my life seriously changed as soon as I allowed myself to be calm, as soon as I allowed myself just to be free, be formless, be like water. And every direction in my life was pivoting towards going head on towards a true vision that I needed to stay faithful and respectful to. But all of that was possible and all of that was made easier when I just allowed myself to be calm. I allowed myself to just be still and just be in that state, be in that flow state. What's up, everybody? My name is Fred, aka It's Yours. I'm on my lunch break right now. I'm at the park. Thought I would just switch up the scenery. Today I just wanted to talk about like what being in the flow state, being in a calm state has really changed my life and has really just redirected me to where I know I should go and just cancel out all the noise. I'm at the park right now. It's a bit of a glooms day, but we're just gonna keep going on with it. I got my notes, me, myself, and I, and there's public space for me to do what I usually do in private. Pause.
What?
Okay, well, with the calm state, every time I forced decisions or moved without true intention, it always backfired. And that was always me swimming against the current. It only left me drained, only left me like wiped out. So I learned when I just don't force ideas, when I can feel the friction and I still choose to go towards it anyway, nothing good came out of it, you know? It would just leave me burnt out and I'll be stretching myself too thin. It was never a good place to be, you know? Acting out of ego, acting out of a state of intimidation or the need to prove something always led me nowhere. When I just lay back and adjust my frequency and just allow myself to be calm, that's when everything just falls into my lap. That's when everything just falls into place. I know a lot of you out there can relate to that. You know, like the more needy and the more pushy you are, like the more restriction, you know, the more restriction you build around what you want. But the more you just have that feeling within and you just detach, the more you just detach from everything is when everything just falls your way. So being formless, being like water, the flow state is the goat state. Just learning to let go and let God and just zoning into your mission, to your vision, and just letting go of everything else that doesn't serve that mission. And I'll get to that point further on, but I just wanted to touch base on like the whole being pushy thing. You know, being pushy never brought me real satisfaction. Staying calm always attracts better opportunities. And another thing, these birds, man. Another thing I notice is that when I'm calm and when I'm in a state of being fluid, that's when I seem more approachable. That's when people are more inclined to approach me and give me opportunities. And it's like a magical thing that happens, you know, once you just put yourself in that calm state, once you just put yourself in that calm, confident state, it just breeds more confidence, you know. Just more great opportunities come your way because you're just zoning into that. Staying calm attracts better opportunities. With effortless confidence comes effortless and never-ending opportunities. Another thing that I thought was important to say is don't involve yourself in anything that feels forced or disconnected from your vision. And this ties back to the letting go, letting God. Like, if there's things outside of your vision that doesn't serve that vision, then don't involve yourself in it, you know? Like, for me personally, when it comes to this YouTube thing, like, I really decided to fully lock into this. And anything that doesn't serve what I'm trying to do is not important to me. Of course, like, I got friends, I got family, I got responsibilities. That gets taken care of in the background regardless. But when it comes to this, I don't let any other BS or any other factor interfere with my mission, with my vision. That's how locked in I have to be. But with that being said, the more calm I am with it, the better I am with it. So it's all about that calm state. Calm state. If it isn't contributing to your vision, leave it alone. People, places, habits, distractions, all of it. And again, that's what I was saying. Like, if it doesn't contribute to what you want to do in your life, in your vision, in your mission, did it. Let it go. Let it go. Let God, let go. It's worked for me. When I try to hold on to too many things at once, I get a whole lot of shit I didn't even ask for. You know, if I'm not clear, if I don't provide clarity with what I want and who I want to be and what I need to be to attract that and embody that, I'm just gonna get like a whole lot of shit that I didn't ask for, you know? And that's on me. So you gotta be clear with what you want and you gotta be calm with it. Don't associate with people who have nothing to do with where you're trying to go. That seems like a no-brainer. And it is something that we all must face in our life, whether we reach that point or not. But like, you outgrow people, people outgrow you. I saw somewhere it said to not be too reminiscent. You know, don't hold too much power in being reminiscent, because we always have to be present. You know, we always have to be present and know where we're going. And if there are people in your life that are no longer serving the version of you that will take you to the new heights, these birds, man. If the version of you is no longer aligned with the people that once was, that's okay. That's okay. Depending on where you are in your life, you have to just keep going. Serve your vision, serve your mission. It doesn't mean like completely like isolate from these people, but if these people are just, if you guys are just not vibing and, you know, every time you link up, it's just on some reminiscing about the old days, old shit, and that's all cool. But like, if that's just the main theme and that's the main talking point every time you guys link, then maybe it's time just to put your head down and just keep working, man. Purify your mind so you can focus on what you truly love to do. Recondition yourself to lock in. Don't become another number. You know, I've taken this theme to heart this year. Is I refuse to be another number. I do not want to be a mediocre person. I do not want to be just another digit in the system. And during my awakening, during my Super Saiyan era, during just the new Fred 2.0 journey, I realized that, like, you know, I'm greater than just being another number. But with that, what do you call it? With that idea, with that seed planted in my head, I have to actually act upon it. So to think that and to understand that and declare that comes the action, comes the physical action of, okay, what are you gonna do about it then? And again, what I'm gonna do about it is stay true to my vision and stay true and respectful to my goal and my mission of jumping onto this YouTube, creating something meaningful, wholesome, real, authentic for myself, for the world. It's yours. So that's why I wanted to like just really zone in on this. But in the past, I will just be very just like loose and aggressive with no proper direction. It would just be like, I don't want this, I don't want that. But I had to really tell myself, like, what is it? Like, what the fuck do you actually want? So as soon as I locked that in and fucking stood on it, that's when everything started to fall into place. And it fell into place even more when I was calm with it. Because when I'm calm, I'm confident. When I'm calm, I'm easygoing. And easygoing is like flow state like water. And it's good. It's to the point where I'm like, I can't believe I used to act or conduct myself in any other way but in a calm state, in a calm, nonchalant manner. And that came with a lot of like internal friction of not fully understanding and trusting myself. But once I developed that and once I let go and let God, that's when transformation was just working for me. And that's how I know it can work for everyone out there as well. Yeah. So I refuse to be another number. I refuse to be another digit in the system. To do great things, you gotta embody greatness and attack that shit full on. When you're not acting in alignment with your ideal reality, you create struggles that have nothing to do with your purpose. See, this is something that I had to fully grasp and fully understand, is that for me personally, I would rather struggle and have the problems of something I'm passionate in than to struggle and stress and have problems over things I just don't give a fuck about. You know, a clear example is when it comes to my 9 to 5 job that I currently have. I would just worry and manage those problems within those work hours. Outside of it, I'm not managing shit when it comes to my job. I'm out. And I use all that energy and all that focus to manage my vision, my dreams, and my goals. And I'd rather have problems in my goals and passions and vision than goals in other places that doesn't serve me. I hope that made sense. But I feel like there is a true privilege to stress and have problems and have difficulties in something that you actually love and actually trying to build, than having stresses and pain and uncertainties and things you just don't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? Fuck, it looks like it's gonna rain, so I'm gonna quickly wrap this up. Let's just wrap it up with the calmness is power. Stillness creates clarity. Alignment creates momentum. The more I just sit with myself and the more I just affirm to myself, the more I trust myself, the more I go within, is when everything outside just falls into place. Every time I try to do it the other way around, try to focus on the external, try to focus on everything outside of me to help change what's going on inside of me, backfire. I just became more bitter, more resentful. I just became less trusting of myself. And that's not the ideal way I want to live, you know? So the ideal way that I want to live is built here, built right now, doing things like this. And I know everyone out there has their dreams, their aspirations, their visions, and their missions. And it's up to you to attack those and go for it, head first. But the whole point of this video is to say that when you do it in a calm manner, when you do it in a confident, calm manner, in a way that you have to internally advise yourself that you already possess what you want to do, the greatness that you want, the goals that you've achieved, you have to fully find it in your heart and know that you've already done it and know that it's yours. Honestly, like, I don't want to sound corny. I'm not even trying to sound like spiritual, super like motivated right now. Like, this is the shit that works. This is the shit that works. But you can't go against the friction, and you can't stress over things that you have no control over. You know, do your part well, and be calm. Let go, let God. The proof is all around us, and I know that you can fucking do it. Seriously. But yo, that's all I had for today. I just want to talk about being calm. I just want to talk about just the confidence within. Calm state. Flow state is the ghost state. Show us, baby.